Alright. Alright. So it looks like we're starting off on Julesville. Definitely.
I can see both of these characters. Wanting to go here.
Yeah. It's kind of. I'm more concerned for papa-wiele right now because something I always remember: if you're a heavyweight, you don't want to take Absa to Julesville because fair chains become more potent or something.
True. That was a really good break cancel.
Ooh. Marine going for the mix-up on the board there.
Wheelie slipping out of that one.
He's a slippery little Kragg right there. He's a slippery little rock.
Okay, so this could be death. Oh, way too early. This could be death.
Nope.
Yeah, he's not taking the bait on those up airs. He's holding straight out. There we go. That one's death. Not quite 69.
Something to note about these two players is they've actually been having good performances in RAS as of recently. Recently, yeah. Marine got 3rd in RAS, and I believe papa-wiele recently got... It was either 4th or 3rd. I could be wrong. But he's also been getting up there, so... Definitely a strong showing for both these players in RAS the past couple weeks.
I mean, you know, when somebody's winning RRC, it would make sense that they're doing pretty good in RAS. They're on this 5th.
They're on the right track.
They're still good. Both top 8.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the whole point of RRC, you know, is to give people a slightly better environment to learn in, because RAS can be just a dice roll sometimes. It can be a crapshoot, just like with any huge tournament, like, you know.
Yeah. Ooh. That could be that. Nope.
Sometimes you don't get to play at your best. Sometimes you just have to play at your average, and that's all you get.
Sometimes about working with what you got. Interesting down strong right there.
Yeah, Papa could get some, really could get some damage.
Starting to pick up a little bit of momentum, really, at least closing the gap in terms of percent. Absa being a lot lighter, it means that for papa-wiele, he's going to have to really rack up less percent in order to get into kill range, but right now, I'd say it's about even. Both these players could die off of one good interaction or one good setup.
Yeah, I mean, Wheeler's closing the gap really fast. Like, this, you know, factoring in that Absa's floating and will die relatively earlier. Wonder who's gonna get that opening though, that leads to something. Wow, that's what it is.
That right there. Just putting on a brave face and doing Thunderline right there.
That was a good feint on the get him scared of SL2. That's gonna be a stock.
So far, still relatively even.
Yeah, I was about to say, this is like one dash attack away from really closing the gap again, though.
Like you just said.
Yeah. I mean, it's just so easy for Kragg to hit that one move and then get a full ground combo. Like, maybe you DI incorrectly once, and like all of a sudden you're at like 60%. Like, oh.
Excellent break right there.
Yeah, really, really good take in that. I wouldn't have wanted to stay on that stage much longer if I was Absa in that scenario. So.
Just nailed the timing perfectly.
Definitely, I can see Wheelie not being discouraged by that, though. I mean, that was definitely, you know, that's like one more good interaction for him, and he can take the...
Yeah. That's just one of those things where it's like...
Perhaps we can go back to Julesville. Perhaps he was unconvinced.
Ooh, Marine having another strong first little interaction. Nothing that papa-wiele can't make up for, though.
Yeah, I wouldn't have up-tilted. That was a really good scenario to just hold on to Kragg, because he's on his pillar, you've got advantage, he's vulnerable.
You have the high ground.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe not literally, I mean, they were both pretty... Okay, so this... Interesting. I don't know about that dash back parry. Could have just parried in place, but I definitely understand wanting to just be safe.
That's it. What? That's all reliable right there.
Marine looking really comfortable on this platform.
Something very noteworthy about Marine as players, she's not only very good at just a keep away game, she's very good at zoning with Absa's zoning tools, but she's also very good with Absa's movement options.
Absolutely. That's something you have to really get good at to ascend with Absa. I mean, that's what Absa isn't like really good because he's an annoying zoner. That was sick.
That's
it's
what I'm
because of the
saying.
movement options that make those fluid combos possible.
This is a tech
Had
right
to
there,
tech
though.
that, yeah, had to tech that.
But this is still a very strong game for Marine right here. Just being up to stock against Kragg. You are a very potent zoner, so you don't have to worry about Kragg's potent zoning.
Scoring, correct?
Huh?
Oh, I guess on the display it's correct.
Yeah, the score display is really weird. I feel like it was just a replay nonsense. Like maybe there was a disconnection, and I don't know. There's some gaps to fill in for sure.
Okay, this could be... No, not quite. Oh no, maybe not enough tilt there, that will kill you. Sometimes we have that move that whenever we're threatened, we just want to throw that button out, right? We just want to hit our safety move, our comfort move, and for some Absas it's uphill.
Pretty fat. Oh!
Oh, had the right idea with that weight.
Yeah, that was a fantastic weight, but then just wanting to make it up with another parry, that was a bad choice.
This is gonna get dicey for Marine real quick before we get out.
Kragg is down, but never really out.
Yeah, this is yeah.
Especially against these lightweights.
Like, you just need to take that stock as fast as you can. You don't want to be in that danger zone territory with Kragg in these scenarios, because he's very capable of just pressing the button.
Mm-hmm.
We'll
Yeah,
see
if Kragg if he can drag out these games, it becomes a lot more stressful. It's all about that mental tax, baby.
Game 3 is missing, Papa won. Game 4 it is.
Mm-hmm.
So carrying from this momentum, Papa takes another game.
Mm-hmm.
But on Marine's second counter pick, we'll see what she has in store. It'll be fourth floor. Looks like there was a crash somewhere in here as well. Or
I think it might have been a DC mid-match, and then they're just going, nope.
it might have been.
It's a desync. Wow. Excellent showing from papa-wiele right there. Really showed his amount of control that he had in that match.
Yeah.
Marine, completely afraid to approach, just throw away all our stocks. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, sometimes if your mental game is strong enough, you don't have to worry about anything else.
Mm-hmm. He's the real conqueror.
Yeah.
Weird.
Well, alright, well, do we have another live game? At least? Is there,
Boy, I hope so. These Absas, man, you can't trust them in these online brackets. They always desync the replays. So vindictive, you know? They don't want us to see.
Well, now you said the last game, so I really hope it went to 5 games in that case.
Mm-hmm. Do we wait for replay, or do we just...
Be pretty hyped to just see them in their final struggle.
I'd be down. Just go to the last game. Give us something to talk about.
Wait for it. Okay.
Move our mouths to. Wait for it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm waiting, alright. Okay, cool. There's more replays. Awesome. Replays are on the way. Well, I think those first 2 games definitely do speak for themselves in terms of really showing off how the strengths of these players. Marine with the really strong edge guards and combos off stage, but also papa-wiele being able to keep cool under pressure.
Yeah, absolutely. It was cool seeing Wheelie adapt and kind of recognize what was something that just kind of happened in the moment and wasn't indicative of a habit of his, and things that he could correct upon, improve.
The best way to get better is to learn how to adapt to your opponent.
Absolutely. That way you can get better in the middle of the set when it matters most.
Each stock, each interaction, each game doesn't really matter as long as you can win the set.
Looks like we've got another...
Second. Ooh. Oh. Looks like production had a whoopsie. That's fine. Anyway. Okay. Go with this. Alright.
Alright. We do get a forward score game. No one's jumping off this time.
Man, you hate to see it. papa-wiele had such a strong mental game that last force floor game. But now Mia back to put up a fight. It's crazy.
Let's see. So she's probably going to use these platforms, and so most of her one interaction came off of platform movement. So I could totally see her kind of gravitating under one of these platforms. Oh, that until she gets an opening. Goes into blood.
A really explosive punch game.
Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. That is sick. Yeah, up special 1, and just like the first king of it, can be such a good interruption. Like, it's fast. If they're not contesting it, you're just gonna win, and then you get a move off of it. Like,
it's like a 2-for-1 deal. And this is definitely a super strong showing from Marine right here, being up 2 stocks to papa-wiele's 1. It looks like papa-wiele will be able to close out Marine stock here soon. Just
that
like
was techable.
Yeah, hit those techs. Again, it's awkward online, but like still, you gotta hit those techs.
Yeah, Marine's still with that lead though. All she has to do is hold it, and this could just end the game. Actually, that would absolutely be in her best interest to just take this down, not let that last stock situation go down again.
But yeah, that was an excellent DI from papa-wiele, surviving the up air even over there.
Oh, maybe shouldn't have overextended there. Really was a little far out. Okay. Tried to punish it, but...
Don't get the spaghetti.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you don't want to just charge that in the threat range. Not unless your reaction speed is ready. That will do it. So does that take us to a game 5 where the score is 2-2?
Yeah, that does.
I'm not sure exactly.
This would be the... So... Alright, so the order of the replays was messed up a bit, and I think this would be the normal game 4 or game 2. I'm not sure. So I'll let it rock. Hopefully the order of the replays matches what happens.
Both players kind of giving up center stage. Trying to play their zoning game. I guess with a stage so small, nobody really wants to be the one to close the distance. Once again, a really good break cancel.
And this being it's actually being one of Absa's better stages. I don't know how Kragg players feel about this game. I can't imagine it feels necessarily good because it is quite cluttered, but you do have some platforms to mess around with, at least with your down special, so there could be some utility.
Your down special also takes up like a pretty large portion of the screen on this stage, like a big portion of the stage length anyway, so...
Yeah, I always say that, like, if you have big disjoints or just a move that covers a lot of range, on these smaller stages, even though it feels more claustrophobic, it does technically make your moves have more range, or more realistic range.
Relatively speaking, it's better for you. Like Shovel Knight, Clarin, you know, they both love these stages. It's a little bit more complicated with Sylvanos because he does really like zoning. So having Discord, oh man.
Yeah, I really like the stage in Sylve. It's one of my favorite Sylve stages.
I mean, yeah, Forward Air is, you know, a whole 10% of the stage. But at the same time, you know, you play this game with zoning where it's like, yeah, less space means you have less space you have to cover when you zone. It's less effort to control, but at the same time, them getting in is just such a bigger risk.
That was a nice parry on the down special from Marine, but didn't really get that hard of a punish off of it.
Oh, that was another forward, not an up air. I feel like Marine is just expecting a papa-wiele to get scared and hold in, and just preemptively going for that up air, but sometimes you just gotta wait and see what happens, you know? See their habits. Like, even if you don't get it the first time, knowing what their gut reaction tells them to do gives you such a leg up.
Sometimes a little bit of patience goes a long way.
Okay.
Nice wait out on the side special. I know if you're not in the position to really parry it, sometimes it is just better to let it rock than to try and contest it. That's how you get punished.
This could be big. I mean, this is, you know, this is where Marine can just close this out, right? Like, this is her chance.
Bit of attempt on the sliding parry, but just barely missing it.
Oh man, I would not feel safe. I guess with that extra stock you can, but I'd be pretty scared challenging that. That could be game. Yep.
That is game. Another one of the old reliables. Absa just has so many reliable kill confirms. It's so scary to get hit by like 90% of moves. You never know what they could be.
Playing a heavy against Absa. I mean, I know Kragg is a pretty tolerable Absa matchup, but just in general, it's
so scary.
You have to make some right calls. You have to pop off at least a couple of times.